My friend, consider this an invitation, not to your ears, but to your inner life. You haven't stumbled here by accident. If you felt resistance lately, distractions, doubts, strange heaviness, that's because important things rarely arrive without interference. You've come through a hard stretch, and you're still standing. That matters. It says something about the strength you didn't know you had, and the calling you may have tried to ignore. Today, take one deep breath and allow the possibility that your future can be redefined, not by fear, not by failure, but by purpose. I'm asking you to open your heart to a message designed to transform how you see yourself and your path. Imagine the next chapter written with clarity instead of confusion, courage instead of hesitation. If anything in you is quietly saying, "Pay attention," honor that nudge. This is a turning point disguised as an ordinary moment, placed on purpose. You are not late. You are not lost. You are placed on purpose. Right where you are, with the people you're with, in the city you live in, there is a thread of meaning running through it all. Many of us think we must relocate, rebrand, or reinvent before life begins. But purpose doesn't require a new stage, it requires new sight. What if the sacred work is already under your feet, in the conversations you avoid, the gifts you downplay, the responsibilities you carry? You're invited to experience the fullness of a presence greater than the limits you've settled for, more depth than quick fixes, more peace than constant striving, more guidance than guesswork. Ask yourself, if nothing external changed this week, what would it look like to live as if you were exactly where you're meant to be? Start there. Often, destiny begins with attention, not relocation. The thinning veil. There are seasons when reality feels thicker than usual, hard to move through, hard to see beyond. And then there are moments like this, when the veil thins. You become more alert to subtle guidance, more aware of quiet nudges, more receptive to encounters that don't fit easy explanations. Expect that. Not hype, not stage displays. The genuine kind, the kind that leaves you humble, grateful, and changed. In the days ahead, watch for what you once called coincidence, the timely call, the unexpected provision, the right word at the right hour. These are not props, they are signposts. They don't exist to dazzle you, but to direct you. When they appear, respond. Lean in with a simple, honest prayer. If this is for me, help me recognize it. You don't need to force anything. What is real doesn't shout, it rings true. Let truth, not spectacle, guide your steps. When darkness loudens, turn up the light. You've seen it, the noise, the fear, the pressure rising in the world. Don't misread it. Darkness getting louder isn't the final word. It's the backdrop for light to stand out. History's greatest renewals didn't arrive during calm seas, but in stormy waters. So yes, things feel intense. Let that intensity become a catalyst, not a cage. You're being asked to rise, gently but decisively. Lift your head. Refuse the spiral of outrage and apathy. Move deeper into the source that steadies you when headlines don't. Ask, where can I bring clarity today? Where can I bring kindness that is costly, not convenient? The instruction is simple and demanding. Arise and shine. Not because you're unafraid, but because love matters more than fear. Take one step of obedience you've delayed. Send the message. Make the amends. Offer the help. Small lights, multiplied, make night navigable. A new season, break the ceiling. Something new asks for room. The ceilings you learn to live under, old labels, inherited limits, quiet agreements with smallness, are ready to come down. This is not motivational noise. It's a practical call to outgrow what no longer fits. Begin by naming one limitation you've worn like a badge. I'm just not the kind of person who, then challenge it. Skills can be learned. Courage can be trained. identity can expand. You are invited to see yourself as a beloved child and a faithful representative, someone who carries hope into ordinary spaces. That's not arrogance, that's assignment. Please don't wait for perfect conditions. Courage comes in motion, not before it. Take the course. Apply again. Volunteer. Pray out loud. Ask for help. Create the thing you wish existed. This season isn't about noise or speed, it's about alignment. When identity rises, opportunity recognizes you. Never alone, authority with humility. You're not being pushed into this alone. Guidance accompanies you, quiet, steady, present. As you say yes, you'll notice a new steadiness in your voice, a new clarity in decisions, a new authority that isn't loud, but is undeniable. Authority doesn't mean control, it means responsibility, carried with humility. It shows up as peace when others panic, as patience when others rush, as integrity when shortcuts tempt you. You'll also sense fresh creativity, ideas that solve problems, words that heal tension, timing that just works. Don't romanticize it, cooperate with it. Keep your routines that keep you rooted. Scripture, reflection, community, honest rest. And resist the urge to shrink back when doors open. Growth can feel like exposure, but it's actually trust. If you wonder why me, answer softly, why not me if I can serve? That posture turns opportunity into service and service into influence. A truer self. Your past is data, not destiny. Failures can teach you, but they cannot define you unless you keep renewing the contract. Today, choose a truer reference point. Love that does not flinch, grace that does not run out, power that does not need applause. You are not what happened to you, what you achieved, or what you lost. You are a new creation in progress, evidence that renewal is possible. Let that reality set the tone for how you speak to yourself. When the old script surfaces, I always mess this up, people like me don't get chances, interrupted. Tell a fuller truth. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm guided. Fix your attention on what is good, sturdy, and life-giving, and you'll begin to see extraordinary outcomes in ordinary places. Reconciliation where there was distance, provision where there was lack, courage where there was avoidance. The truest you is emerging. The deeper invitation. This is more than self-improvement, it's relationship. You're invited into a nearer walk, heart, mind, and spirit open to guidance in real time. Think of it as a great adventure where trust is the map and presence is the compass. Your inheritance isn't scarcity, it's the quiet confidence of someone who knows they're cared for. Practice it in small ways. Start your morning with a simple surrender, lead me. Pause before the meeting. Listen before you speak. End the day by asking, where did I sense help today? The point isn't perfection, it's connection. Step by step, you'll notice less scrambling and more clarity, fewer detours and more alignment. Every ordinary decision becomes a doorway to meaning. As you lean, you'll be led. As you trust, you'll be strengthened. And as you keep walking, you'll discover what was true all along. You were never navigating this alone. Help in trouble, trust the timing. When the night presses in, remember this. Fear doesn't get the last word. You are not abandoned, you are accompanied. The gifts placed in you were never meant to sit on a shelf. Use them to bless your home, your friends, the stranger who needs a kind word today. And when answers seem overdue, don't confuse silence with absence. Timing is a tool of love. Some doors open only when your hands are free enough to carry what's behind them. So breathe. Ask for the next faithful step, not the entire map. Pay attention to the small confirmations, a piece that settles, a phrase that repeats, a coincidence too sharp to be chance. Miracles often start as ordinary obedience on an ordinary Tuesday. Trust the one who keeps time better than we keep score. Take your place in the story and let courage lead you through this chapter. Break free and lift your voice. Lift your head. That posture matters. It tells your soul you were made for open air, not locked rooms. Every prison, shame, bitterness, resignation, has a door, and keys often look like forgiveness, confession, and praise. Praise is not denial. It's refusal to let trouble be your only truth. So sing with whatever voice you have, even if it cracks. Gratitude will not erase the valley, but it will light the path through it. When fear says freeze, let purpose say move. Ask yourself, what one chain can I drop today? A habit that hollows you out. A story about yourself that never belonged to you? Lay it down. You have a protector who walks the low places and a guide who knows the switchbacks by heart. Keep going. The dark won't get the final line. Your resilience will. Plans, restoration, and quiet guidance. You are chosen, not as a trophy, but as a trust. Promises were spoken over your life, and even when the road curls uphill, those words aren't canceled, they're curing. Strength doesn't always look like speed. Sometimes it's the calm refusal to quit. Hear this, the path is being prepared ahead of you. The email you haven't sent yet can meet a person already softened to receive it. The conflict you dread can become the place where humility turns enemies into neighbors. Hold success with open hands. Let it make you kinder, not harder. And when a plan collapses, call it by its true name, a beginning you didn't expect. What breaks can be built better. What is delayed can arrive deeper. Keep your heart grounded, show up, do the next right thing, celebrate small restorations. Guidance will meet you at the pace of your obedience. Unfailing presence in the storm. No storm outruns the hand that steadies you. When waves climb and headlines howl, listen under the noise. I am with you. That sentence changes the room. Fatigue is real, so is renewal. In the middle miles, when results are invisible and routine feels heavy, borrow strength, don't manufacture it. Rest is not retreat, it's repair. Let comfort find you in tangible ways. A verse returning to mind, a friend's text at the perfect moment, a sunrise that arrives on time again. Light does not need your permission to dawn. Walk by it. You are not a solo act. You are carried by love that does not blink. When you can't see the way, take the step that keeps your conscience clean. Let mercy illuminate the next footprint. You are never alone, and that is not sentiment, it's oxygen. Witness and belonging. Confusion scatters, harmony gathers. You were made to belong to a family that speaks life, to a community that chooses purpose over preference. If faith has seemed private to you, consider that love grows by being given away. Say the name you've been shy to say. Not with volume, but with clarity. Share hope the way you'd share bread. The time is now for good connections, people who pull the best out of you, conversations that lift the ceiling, partnerships that aim at restoration. Look for the doors that open toward reconciliation, service, and steady joy. Walk through those. Your story is not just rescue, it's recruitment. Others will find their way because you stopped hiding your light. Prepare your heart, not for applause, but for alignment. Where love leads, follow. Where truth costs, pay it. That's how promises become visible. Forgive, heal, and step forward. Some weights are invisible until you set them down. Offense feels like armor but functions like a cage. Try this brave experiment. Forgive before you feel like it. Forgiveness is permission to heal, not permission for harm to continue. As you release what cut you, you'll feel your hands free to hold what calls you. And to the part of you that whispers, I'm not enough, you're right alone. But you're not alone. Grace specializes in ordinary people who say yes anyway. Choose counsel wisely. Not every loud voice loves you. Seek those who tell you the truth and stay to help you live it. When you sense a nudge, apply, apologize, begin. Don't over-negotiate with fear. Use the keys you already carry: honesty, courage, prayer, community. Step out. Doors respond to movement more than musings. A turning season and the Ruth Road. Change rarely sends a calendar invite. It arrives as a holy interruption. Resources, opportunities, and new relationships are gathering like weather. You can feel it in the air. Think of Ruth, who walked away from a familiar toward a future she couldn't map. Her yes made room for restoration she couldn't have predicted. Yours might too. Let go of the version of you that only survives. Make space for the one that builds, reconciles, and shines. Unity is not sameness, it's shared direction. Find those heading toward light and walk with them. Together, you'll push back what darkens cities and homes: cynicism, isolation, contempt. This is your invitation to begin again with wisdom earned and hope intact. Pack lightly, courage, humility, and a willingness to learn fast. The road ahead will surprise you, and that is good news. Bold faith and the chosen remnant. If you speak up for what is true and loving, heaven will not be silent about you. Boldness isn't bravado, it's obedience seasoned with gentleness. Think of yourself as part of a quiet remnant, ordinary people who refuse to bow to fear or fashion. You won't always feel ready. Walk anyway. Readiness grows with stride. Keep your focus where it belongs, not on critics, not on outcomes, but on the one who called you. You'll make mistakes. Keep your heart soft and your repentance quick. Courage is teachable. Let conviction hold your spine and compassion hold your tone. Some doors will close politely, others will swing wide when you least expect. Either way, you are being prepared, not paralyzed. Stand where you're sent. Speak what heals. Do what's right when no one claps. In a noisy world, steady love is the loudest sermon. Live true, change the room. There is a divine spark in you, unique, unrepeatable, entrusted for this exact moment. Guard it by choosing silence long enough to hear what is true, then curating the voices that shape you. Some influences dim your worth, release them. Nourish what strengthens virtue, courage, and compassion. Authenticity is not performance, it is alignment. When your inner and outer life agree, your light stops flickering and starts guiding. Notice how honesty softens tense rooms, how kindness disarms cynicism, how integrity steadies those around you. Ask yourself, if I live today fully aligned with what I believe, what would change first? My words, my pace, my priorities? Begin there. The world doesn't need a better mask, it needs your unmasked presence. Promises with power, guidance with gentleness. When your desires harmonize with purpose, obstacles lose jurisdiction. Doors open at their appointed time, not because you pushed harder, but because you aligned deeper. Make communion a rhythm, not a rescue plan. Small, regular returns to stillness where you ask for wisdom and receive courage. In that quiet, priorities reorder, burdens lighten, and next steps become simple enough to take. Your steady presence, anchored in love, fluent in hope, has a longer reach than you realize. A calm voice in a chaotic room, a faithful act in forgetful world, a patient decision when haste is cheaper. These are the seeds of lasting impact. Move gently, think clearly, love deeply. Power arrives dressed as peace. Heal, unchain, and exhale. Love outlasts your worst day. Let name you again. Release the alliances you formed with what harms you, those toxic ties, punishing habits, and inner dialogues that keep you small. Freedom rarely begins with fireworks. It begins with a key in a quiet lock. Speak the truth. Ask for help. Choose the better path you already know. When shame argues you are your failures, answer with evidence. You're still here, still willing, still becoming. In the presence that made you, there is room to breathe and begin again. That refuge is not an escape hatch. It's a fortress where dignity is restored and direction is recovered. Lift your eyes. You will not be put to shame for trusting what heals you. Kept through fire and flood, you were never promised shallow waters, only a faithful hand. When currents rise, you will not be swept away. When heat intensifies, you will not be consumed. These are not slogans, they are survival lines. Hold them. Every promise spoken over your life is being kept, even when fulfillment takes the long road home. Strength meets you in weariness, light meets you in confusion, and guidance meets you at the crossroads. If you're tired, rest without quitting. If you're afraid, move with trembling courage. If you're lost, take the next honest step. You are being gathered, not scattered, brought home to yourself, to your calling, and to the people who help you carry it. Fortress peace and the long view. Do not despise the unseen good at work. Much of growth is subterranean. Roots deepen before fruit appears. While you wait, let peace build a room inside you where panic cannot enter. Peace does not ignore problems, it escorts them to perspective. Disappointment can become discipline, refining motives and sharpening focus. Ask, what can this setback teach me that success could not? Walk the graded path, small obediences, honest feedback, steady improvements. Bit by bit, the road evens beneath your feet. Remember, no battle is larger than the love that holds you. Fortified by that truth, you can move quietly, wisely, and without hurry, because what is for you does not need desperate hands, only faithful ones. Never forsaken, always befriended. Set down the load that isn't yours to carry. Trade the heavy yoke of self-reliance for a lighter one, shared, guided, paced. In lonely seasons, you are not a statistic. You are seen and companioned. An ever-faithful friend walks with you into ordinary hours and difficult nights, refusing to leave even when you feel unlovable. Speak to him plainly about what hurts and what you hope. Then listen. Guidance often arrives as a quiet assurance. Keep going. I'm here. Let that certainty shape your choices more than fear does. You won't walk this road alone. Not now, not ever. When courage thins, lean hard. When joy returns, share it. This is the way. Carried love that learns to carry others. Mercy for morning, strength for today. Every sunrise is stocked with new mercy, exactly sized for today's demands. Take only today's portion, the patience for one meeting, the grace for one conversation, the courage for one boundary. Remember who you are, a treasured possession, a delight, not because you never fail, but because love does not. From that identity flows capability, freedom to choose wisely, strength to endure, creativity to bless. Your life can become living proof that restoration is real, seen in reconciled relationships, steady generosity, and quiet resilience that outlives headlines. Let what you carry spill over, help shoulder a burden, tell the truth kindly, bring hope where it's in short supply. Victory isn't loud, it's faithful. Unbreakable words, unshakable mind. Anchor your life to what is not fracture. Promises that outlast seasons, truth that holds under pressure, wisdom that travels well. You are not given a spirit of fear, so don't borrow one. Practice a sound mind. Think slowly when panic shouts. Verify when rumors sprint. Choose love when anger feels efficient. Protection won't always look dramatic. Often it looks like a closed door you're sad about today and grateful for tomorrow. Strength will meet you in scarcity. Provision will find you in risk. Endurance will sit beside you in fatigue. Keep your posture, open hands, grounded feet, soft heart, clear eyes. What is built on eternal words will weather temporal winds. Surprised by goodness. Expect goodness to arrive in unconventional packaging. A hard conversation that heals, a delayed plan that matures you, a chaotic season carrying a strange peace. Watch for new opportunities that serve others, reconciliations that seemed impossible, and unexpected resources that appear precisely when used for purpose, not ego. Trust that a wiser hand is weaving pain and joy into a single tapestry. Your ultimate good, others' uplift, love's larger story. When confusion rises, ask better questions. Who can I bless here? What can I learn now? How can I stay faithful while I wait? Then act on the answer you're given. Obedience today is clarity tomorrow. The path will make sense in the walking. Nothing can sever. Grace is enough. You are not held by circumstance, but by covenant. Nothing, no season, no failure, no distance can cut the bond of love that claims you. From that safety grows holy courage to begin again, to forgive deeply, to heal slowly, to try when quitting would be easier. Strength for the next step, bravery for the next yes, comfort for the next ache. This is grace, and it will be sufficient. Let it carry what you cannot and complete what you start. When you look back, you'll see a through line you couldn't see forward, kept, guided, restored. So lift your chin. Bless the road behind you. Welcome the road ahead. Walk in peace, and let your life whisper the final word. Amen.